Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn about how to convert an infix operation to either a postfix expression or a prefix one. So let's see what is an infix expression. Here's an example: 5 plus 2 times 6 divided by 4, and this is called an infix expression. And we call it an infix operation because the operators which in these examples are plus, multiplication, and division are between the operands. So 5, 2, 6, and 4 are operands, and plus, multiplication, and division are the operators. So that's what we call an infix expression. So we can see that the postfix expression is the one that the operator is after the two operands, and the prefix is the expression that the operator is before the two operands. So we're going to see that how we can convert an infix expression to postfix or prefix using two stacks. So here, as you see, I have two stacks. One of them going to store the operands, and the other one going to store the operators. So let's start with seeing that how we can actually parse or process this infix expression and convert it to a postfix one. And after that, I will show how it will work with the prefix one. So let's say that we have a string parser or like the expression parser. So the very first thing that's going to read going to be number 5. So number 5 is an operand, is not an operator, so it will be pushed on top of the operand stack. So 5 will be pushed here. So I'm going to write the very first step is to push number 5 on the operand, or let's just use OPND stack, so on operand stack. Now after number 5 we have a plus, which is an operator. So the plus will go and will sit on top of the operator. So step 2 will be push plus operator on operator. And operator. So after plus we have number 2. So number 2 will be also will be pushed on top of the operand. So here there was not like any rule that needs to be discussed, but here we're going to see that if we need to like to check rules or not. So the next operator is a multiplication, and the multiplication has a higher priority compared to the plus. So as we know, like the multiplication and division, both of them have the same priority, and both of them have higher priority compared to plus or addition and subtraction. So because here we have the multiplication has a higher priority, without any problem we can actually push the multiplication here. So step number 4, we're going to say push multiplication on operator. So the next one is 6, and 6 will be pushed here. So again, there's no problem here. So push number 6 on operand. So we don't have like rules for the operands. We will just simply push on top of the stack. So the rules of converting an infix expression to either postfix or prefix is about the operator, because that's how we're actually gonna do the operations, which one gonna will be evaluated first. So now after number 6 we have another operator, which is the division operator, and it has the same priority as like the multiplication. So here is the rule for like the pushing an operator on top of the operator stack. So if the operator that will be pushed on top of the stack has an equal or lower priority before pushing that operator, we need to do the operations or do the conversion, and then we need to push. So because here division has same priority as multiplication, so we need to do the conversion, which is popping one operator and popping two operands. So that's how we normally do the with these operators that work on two operands. So we need to pop, so step 6. So that's rule number 1. And let's write it with another color maybe. Or this is an example of the rule number 1. So if the operator that needs to be pushed has a smaller, has a lower priority, or has same, we need to do like convert the operations, the expressions before pushing the new one. So here I'm gonna pop from operator, which gonna give me the multiplication. In step 7 will be pop from operand, which gonna give me 6, and number 8 is again pop from operand, which will gonna give me number 2. So here these will go away, number 6 and number 2, and the operator multiplication. So what's going to happen now? We need to step 9. We need to create the postfix one, and as I said, the postfix is about putting the operator after the operand. So as you see here, the first operand is number 2, which is the second item that has been extracted. So that's gonna be push 2, 6, and multiplication on operand. So it is important just to know that it will be pushed back on the operand, because the result of applying an operator on 2 operands will be another operand. So 2, 6, and multiplication will be on top of the operand stack after this. Now the next thing that is on top of the stack is a plus, so we need to check it again. So if plus also had higher priority compared to like the division, we had to pop the plus first and then do the these steps that we did here. So I'm gonna just have this one here. So these 4 steps will be done in a sequence. So we have a step 6, and then 7 and 8 and 9 before actually inserting or pushing the division. So again, we need to check, because division has this time has a higher priority compared to plus. We can easily just push it on top of the stack without any problem. So step 9, step 10 actually, will be push division on operand. So division will be pushed here. So as you see here, there's no more operator, but we have number 4, which will be pushed on top of the stack on the operand. So step 11 will be push number 4 on operand. So I think I made a mistake here. This is actually operator and not operand. So operator, and now there's no more token like either operand or operator, so we're done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pop 1 from the operand and 2 from the operand. So 1 from operator, 2 from operands, and we're going to repeat this same process until there is nothing remain on any of the stacks. So this is step 6 to 9 will some sort of like be repeated. So step 12 will be pop division from operator. Step 13 will be pop number 4 from operand, and then step 14 will be pop 2, 6 multiplication from operand, and now we extracted all we need for doing an operation. And again, that's going to be step 15 will be push 2, 6 multiplication. That's our first operand, and then the second operand, which is 4, and then after that we have the operator, which is the multiplication, the division, and we're going to push it on the operand. So again, as you see here, this is the first operator operand. This is the second one, so this needs to be first, and then we have the number 4, which is second operand, and then we have the division. So the result will be something like that. I'm going to just pop these items from the top of the stack, and that's going to be 2, 6 multiplication, 4, and division. We should be careful. There is a space between 2 and 6. It's not 26. It is number 2, then number 6 times or multiplication, and then number 4, and then division. So now again, if you look at the two stacks that we have here, we have the plus, and then we have the 5 and 2, 6 multiplication, 4, and division on top of the operand stack. So again, one operator, 2 operands, very easy. We're gonna repeat the process here. Again, I'm gonna write 11 to 14 or 15 actually will be repeated. 11 step 12 actually, 12 to 15. So going here, and first again a step 16 will be pop from operator, which is gonna give me the plus. Step 17 will be pop from operand, which give me 2, 6 multiplication, division, and 4. Step 18 will be the popping the second operand, which is gonna give me number 5. And now step 19 is simply doing the calculation, which is the first operand, then the second operand, and then operator. So so it is push 5, then the second operand, which is 2, 6 multiplication, division, and 4, and then we have plus. So this is the second operand, this is the first operand, and this is the operator that we have here. So that's an example of converting an infix operation expression to a postfix expression using 2 stacks. One stack to keep the operator and one stack to keep the operand. So as you see, it's going to be very easy to see that how we can actually convert an infix to a prefix. So instead of pushing the operand, and like operator, instead you are pushing the operator, operand, and operand top of the stack. So here we have 5 plus 2 times 6 times 4. If you want to again convert it to to a prefix, so first we're gonna push number 5, and then we're gonna push the operator plus, and then we're gonna push number 2 on top of the stack. So I'm gonna just write this thing here, that how this can be done to convert this to a postfix. So we start with pushing the first operand, which is 5, and so 5 will be pushed here, and then after that we have the plus operator, so plus will be pushed here. So I'm going to be a little fast here, push 5, and then after that we have, and let me just make it to make it faster. So I'm going to, let's say this is like the, and give it, and then here we have push plus on the operand operators. Then after plus we have number 2, so number 2 will be pushed here, so push number 2 on top of the operand stack. After that we have the multiplication again, and we're going to check against this rule because multiplication has a higher priority compared to plus, so it's fine to push that one here. And why we're saying that it's okay to push the multiplication for like here, because it has higher priority. It is the last thing that's been inserted, but it means that also going to be the very first thing to be evaluated. So we're waiting for the other operands to be available in order to evaluate, which means that the plus, which have been inserted first, will be done last after doing the multiplication. So step 4 is pushing number 6 on top of the operand stack. So it's pushing the number 6 on top of the operand stack. So number 6 will be here, and then after that we have the division like the operand. So step 5 will be push division operator, but before that, so let's just, because division has again a smaller lower priority compared to multiplication, we need to do the operation. Again, I'm not going to explain those like re-explain the stuff that I did, but as we know that 2 and 6 and the multiplication will be like extracted, and instead we're going to have, because it's the prefix, first we're going to have the multiplication and then the first operator, which is 2, and then the second operand, which is going to be 6. So multiplication 2 and 6 are inserted. So step 5, I'm going to say push multiplication 2 and 6 on the multiplication. Again, go back to the very beginning of the video to see that actually how we just shortened this step 5. There actually needs to be several push popped and one push here. So after that, we can now push them. The division is fine here because again it's higher priority compared to plus. No need to like do any changes. And then here the next one step. So I'm going to write the step 6, which was push division on the operator. And then step 7, which is going to be pushing like number 4, and then we are done. So now the step 7, again I'm going to just to like summarize it. This is our operator, so that's the operator, and these two are the operand. This is the first operand and this is the second operand. So the result will be multiplication in 2 and 6, but before that we need to put the operator, which is the division. So division times 2, 6, and then after that we're going to have number 4. So that will be pushed on top of the stack. So I'm going to just fix this one here, delete this operator here, and that's going to be division and then multiplication and then 2 and then 6 and then 4. So now we have the plus, which is the last operator, and we have 2 operands, so it's fine, we don't have any problems. So step 8, we'll be extracting these 2 operators, so these 2 operands. This is operand number 1, this is operand number 2, and that's our operator here. And so we're going to have B plus, which is our operator, and then the first operator, operand, which is 5, and then we have division, and then times, and then 2, and then 6, and then 4. That is our prefix expression. So going to our like the main page. So I'm going to write here the postfix version of this one, also the prefix version. So the postfix version was as we see here, it was 2, 6 multiplication. So 2, 6 multiplication, and then we have 4, 5 to 6 multiplication, division, 4, and then after that we have plus. And for the prefix version, what we had, it was plus, and then 5, and then we have division, and then multiplication, and then we have 2 and 6, and then 4. So as you see here, this is the, I'm going to just do somehow decorated. And here's infix, here's our postfix, and here is our prefix. So you should be careful about like the postfix and prefix expression. They are not reverse of each other. Sometimes, you know, it might be the case, but it's not the general rule. As you see here in this example that we have here, they are actually, you know, they are not reverse of each other. So in the prefix one, we have the plus, the operator, and then 5, and then division. And for the postfix one, we have 5, number 2, and then 6, and so on. So that's the conversion of like infix expressions to postfix and prefix using two stacks, one for operand and one for operator. Make sure to watch my previous videos about like implementing a stack and how actually the push and pop operators are working in the stack, and what can be used or what kind of destructors can be used to implement stack.